I'm Jane Aubrey here once again with Phil Anderson. Phil, another win for Greipel, somewhat against the odds. How did you see today's stage?
Again, a very exciting stage. A bit of a frenzy at the start and settle down, and there's always the danger of a breakaway getting away, but I thought it was going to come down to a sprint, which it ended up coming down to, and you can see the trains lining up towards the end, and Greipel's just on fantastic form right now. I heard last week he was pulling 1900 watts on the Ergo, so that's a huge amount of power. For somebody coming from Europe this time of year, it just makes you wonder what he can do later in the season. So he's obviously got the speed in the legs at the moment, so yeah.
The loss of Jürgen Roland doesn't seem to affect them too much either.
No, it hasn't. It's great to have the strength of the team there, but we've seen it hasn't made a difference on the end result. It might make it a little easier for the others if he was here, but still he's shown that he's got a well-oiled squad there.
Also, Andre had a few things to say following today's stage. He said that he should be ruled out of GC contention given the changes to the Wollonga stage this year with the hilltop finish. Do we believe him or not?
Well, I think we can believe him because the last couple of years on going up Wollonga, he hasn't been right at the front. He's been a little bit off, but he hasn't had to be there because he knows that on the descent he can come back. He's not going to have that. He's not going to have that advantage this year, so I don't see him, being contention after Wollonga. So it takes a bit of pressure off him. So he'll just look at the stages.
Had a highly technical finish today coming into Victor Harbour. A few twists and turns on the way in, especially in that last kilometre. There's a bit of a nasty roundabout and a left and then a right, or maybe the other way around. Don't quote me. Michael Matthews had a bit of trouble following the wheel of the very experienced Mark Renshaw. A bit of talk now about whether Michael Matthews perhaps has the experience to be able to follow Mark moving forward throughout the year. What are your thoughts?
Well, Renshaw has come from another team, so it's possibly a new experience for Matthews, and it's going to take a while. I saw earlier today it was mentioned just on the blog sites that a decision had been made that Matthews was going to be the leader today, and Renshaw was going to do the job, the lead out. And in hindsight, maybe it should have been the other way around. But it's difficult because he needs the experience and these sort of things. If we did the same sprint again, I'm sure he'd ride it differently. It's got to be frustrating for Renshaw because he's been waiting for years to have a shot at this, and I'm sure he'd like to do that. But we just saw how well Matthews rode yesterday at the finish up in the hills there. So we saw how well he rode there, and you put a team behind a guy like that. But still, today possibly would have been a better flat and fast, whereas Matthews was better than going slightly uphill.
Tricky stage tomorrow, heading to Down Under. Who do we look for?
Well, it's a little bit like the old stage to Wollonga. You've got a hill pretty close to the finish, and we have seen breakaways there before. We've seen Cadell Evans, I believe. Cadell Evans even won a stage, or he was second in the breakaway. They got away on that hill. So with the finish so close to that hill, and I think they do it twice. There's a good chance of there being a split. Of course, riders that are going for GC, they're going to be very attentive. They're going to be at the front. It's going to be an exciting place to watch the race from some of that on that hill tomorrow.
Can you pick a winner?
Look, I think it's still going to come back to a sprint. I think there's a bit of time there for them to come back. I think the way that Greipel's been going, I think it's going to be difficult to beat a stage like tomorrow.
Well, we'll talk to you again tomorrow and see if you're right.
Great, look forward to that.
Thanks.